Right then. Yeah, so very interested in something called a bearish Gartley. And I'm wondering if there's one on Bitcoin. Simple X ABCD pattern. And that will come down and hopefully can join onto the 60, the 618 and the 786 fibs, 78.6%, 61.8%. And I'm looking at this and I think it's been invalidated because it's supposed to be simple. So X, this was from I got this from this name, the bearish Gartley pattern from a chap called Bitcoin Consensus. And I'm just not sure if it's valid for the. I'm not sure it's valid for this one. Let's have a look. It's the first time using it. Just had a bit of read up on there. Fantastic pattern, invented 1935, was published by a guy called Gartley. He was a stock market person, a trader. In 1935, published a book. Profits in the Stock Market was the title, and it detailed this ABCD movement preceded by the X to the A. So there's the X, starts down, A, B, C, D, and the D is where to take profits, sell off. Sometimes it does go through there, but it's got to be a clear ABCD. And look at that there, coming down, that was a clear D to the E. That's an E movement, so there's plenty of E there. It's totally invalidated there. However, there is some place where I've seen this a few times about the place in other areas. IAG, pretty much British Airways. No, not that one. That's the Spanish one. On the London Stock Exchange, go swing round to the daily. Now, I thought I took this to be a W bottom pattern, but it's not an absolute bottom. So I'm just going to pop out to the weekly. You see there, it's that bigger sort of movement. Is it an absolute bottom? Because look, it's that massive space from 86 right the way up there to 109. That's quite a big percentage there, just to be exact, right? So just from there to there, yeah, 26% between there and there. So it's not an absolute bottom, is it? It's not come down the same. So I'm wondering if this is the point X. So I want to put that, find out what's going on here. So there, A, X, X, A to B, from B to C, and C to D. Now I'm just going to have to zoom in on there for a minute. Zoom in. Let's take out some of that fib there. Lots of stuff going on in there. Take out some of that noise. Now, so it's preceded by point X. You've got it's a sort of geometric price time pattern that consists of 4 consecutive price swings. Got them. And it appears as a W on the charts. And the bottoms, right, of the W, the two peaky bottoms there, are of a higher high quality. Why is it important to have this? CIS identifies a higher probability of opportunities to trade with entry points and exit points, and increases the trading conviction and helps decisive decision making. It's useful in any time frame. So yeah, we've got a nice big time frame here, very broad time frame, and it is reflective upon reflect upon the Fibonacci conversions points with point D. Thus, and you know, and that is important. So we've got another additional pattern there. So again, that's a bit, it's been a bit sausage there, but in there is a point of interest because there was this. You see, from the high to the low, that's a broadening channel there. From that approximate high point there, in there. So, I don't know. It's a bit untidy now, and if that breaks out of the broadening channel, just take it up from there. That's a very good correlation with, at the moment anyway, with the 786 at 78.6%. Right? So that's a good solid Fibonacci line. Point D convergence there on the 786, yeah, coming up from that point, does suggest strongly that there is further correlation, and these are also, it moves in a trend direction. It moves in a sort of the direction of the trend, really. So as we can see, as we saw earlier, that's generally upwards, isn't it? At the moment, generally upwards. So the bottom's moving up, bottom, generally moving upwards, higher highs, apart from that a little bit. So that is vital. That is vital. And that's 618 there. So, yeah. Where's it going to come down to? So another point would be maybe that 618 in there. Could it come to the 618? Is it going to come along here? Bounce? We're going to find another bounce maybe along here somewhere and reach that 618. There's an opportunity. I wonder how that lines up because it's time sensitive as well. So the time between that peak and that low needs to be assessed because it is about the time. So take it from that peak there to that peak there. 38 bars, which is 266 days. Right, 38 bars. So from there, two hundred and sixty-six. There. So what date was that? 28th of November 2022. Can we put that in there? And look at that. That's it, spot on the previous trend line at the 786 and coming up from the price estimate, the breakout estimate of the broadening channel, which was established earlier. I've since moved that trend line, by the way. So that point there is absolutely zinger. It's an absolute zinger burger. Really quite impressed with that. We'll see. So this is a new technique. So definitely this pattern is a market reversal. And that point D point suggests a stronger area of resistance, and there at that point at point D, you can expect a bit of a downtrend to say the least, and that might just bounce off quite hard. From there. We'll discover just maybe what the downtrend would be from there. How far would that come down potentially? So first of all, you've got it there, and maybe down to there even. Might even come to sit up on the previous trend, but that looks like it's just going to come on down, isn't it? It's going to come on down. So that is fantastic. What a piece of kit. It's just adding. I haven't done the fundamentals on this. Just learnt something new. The bearish and Gartley pattern. What have we got? So the main thing is to sell at point D. So time to XA, time to XD should be in relation in proportion. So XA, XD, roughly. So time down equals time up. Okay, so time down, that was 266 days. So 266 days, done. And we've got that swing of typically up to the 618, 786. That is there and there. Price targets 250, 330, 250, 330. There are instances where the ABCD can move beyond this point if there is the volume in there, if there's the energy, there's the desire, the appetite of the market to get through there. And even rarer still where there's that 100% correction from this point around here, that 100% point. So there is the 100% point. Would it come across to there? That's rarer, isn't it? That would be absolutely rarer. Possible, but rare. So pattern failure, 100% beyond the XA extent, may indicate a strong continuation move in motion. The price may move at least 127% or about 160%, say, of XA. So assume that means from there. So right now, well, I've got to calculate. So they calculate the percentage, right? Calculate what that fall is, and calculate the percentage above. If it does rock through there, what is the 127% of that fall there, and indeed 160% of that fall there. What is the fall of? Does it simply take it? Measuring the time of that, estimating the time it will take to get up. Is this going to be straight through the line there, maintain the trend until he's at 130, 160% up? What was it? Say call it 125%, 160% to continue on that trend line, or is it also 127% of those 266 days, or 161% of those days as well? Something I don't know. I'm quite happy if we look at that at the moment, and I'm glad I found something new. That's wonderful. So let's just take these off. Show what's the clear point. Price targets over the next 260 days is going to be 1, maybe 255, and 233. So actually, thinking about this now, that 168, there's a great deal of difference, time difference there. So may just have to take that away a little bit and be appropriately there. There's that point down there. So there are the two different opportunities there. Right there and right there. That's where it's going to be. And that's where hopefully it'll be. And of course, maybe up the way, it's going to start forming a bit of a broadening channel to come down again, adhering to a trend. So what's that trend there overall? Probably too soon to think about it, really. Come on, you. Speed up. And what do these patterns suggest? Up to there. Wow. Yeah, returning to that previous trend line, isn't it? Trying to return to that previous trend line. Let's see what happens there. What's it trying to return to? Yeah, that's an area, isn't it? Great stuff. So the big W, the big bearish Gartley. Fantastic stuff. That is just so mathematically pure. It's wonderful. Anyone with a bit of junior school geometry can do this. It's wonderful. Thank goodness for Mr. Luard. What a fantastic maths teacher. Great stuff.